Hello everybody, today we've got a 3Z ECU and loom. ECU 89661 50590. I've made some relays, fuses, which were held together nicely. Now for the customer, they're going to have to fit this into the vehicle, wire it up. So they're going to connect the red insulator stud there. That's going to get permanent battery. So we've got the jump pack on it. We're going to have the earths. So we've got an earth coming off the fuse boxes, and there's two earths on the back of the engine loom. So that all gets plugged together. The foot position sensor, it needs to be mounted. It's a factory LS400 foot position sensor. We've just wired another one. Didn't have a sensor, so we used a Hilux foot position sensor and it worked just fine. Of course, the throttle body's hopefully going to be fitted to the motor. Our one isn't. We'll have a bit of a look at it, we'll have a bit of a play on the bench. Right, that's a good sign when it's working. Airflow meters on the VVTIs, on the 3Z is a cartridge type. Lots of guys get the wrong ones, so it's quite important that we have the correct airflow meter. They always get swapped around and changed. Right, to make this system go, it's pretty simple. We've got these wires coming off the fuse box. We've got a pink wire that goes to the alternator light on the vehicle. Orange brown, that goes that's a low level tacho, so out of the computer. So if it's running an early model tacho, we'll need a tacho box. Engine check light, yellow blue, it's pretty simple. Big dark green goes to the stoplight switch. Now this one is going to be as wide as a manual, but that will ensure that the drive-by wire shuts when you put your foot on the brake, which is quite important. We've got a green wire, that's our start trigger, nice and small, but it is going through a start relay. And then ignition, which I've got turned on, is the orange black wire. So the throttle body's working, so we know it's turned on. Right, over by the computer, that just plugs into the computer. These two wires plug in the computer, and foot position sensor plugs in at the computer. And then we've got the main power supply to the engine loom. We've got this little plug here, 12 volt, 12 plus. That's for the reverse lights, so power that from the factory 12 volt went to the reverse lights. Return from the reverse switch. And those ones are located, there's a little plug down off the gearbox loom. So that just goes to build a little reverse loom. That makes it simple. We've got two spare wires. Now they're off the front down the crank loom. There's a couple of spare wires. If people want to use them for oil pressure gauge or anything like that, they're there. Yellow, that's off the factory oil pressure switch. Also goes to the computer. So that's just runs a light, pretty basic one. H2O, water. Now these factory don't have water temperature, so I've added the wires. So two together. If you want to put an aftermarket gauge in, well, you just split them apart. Otherwise, just run them together like that. That's fine. This one also has the alternator as part of the loom. There's the alternator plug. So that's all wired up. You just got to connect that light. Everything else is supplied. Scan tool connects in like normal, so you can read it either OBD2. The scan tool as OBD2 or as a Toyota LS430. It works just fine. So over here, we've got the fuel pump wire, comes out the side of the fuse box, red wire. So we'll just have a bit of a look here. Got the test light. Put that in the view. So when it's cranked, I can't see it at that one all. So when the start trigger goes, that one works. And the fan switch is the blue wire. So over off the front loom, on the front of the engine, there's a brown wire and a black white, like so. When they touch, the fan goes. So fan wiring's done, so that goes to a fan switch. That's supplied with the kit, so it goes into the top of the radiator. Breather for the fuel tank. Now if you're not using a breather, just blank it off, but leave the solenoid in place just so the computer sees it. And everything goes together. Mount up the fuse box nice and neat. I've got a write up of where things go. Nice and simple. And that's everything. Right, we'll catch you again.